Hello Saber fans. Today I want to show you my Sentinel V5 LE lightsaber that I've been waiting on for quite some time, and it finally arrived and I love it, and I want to show you a little bit about it and kind of do my own review. So let me adjust the light there. So first let's get a close-up of the hilt. And as you can see, I've made a couple modifications. Now, I ordered it with the black AV switch, just because I wanted something to kind of break up. I love the silver, especially the Ultrasabers does a really good job of getting this like really nice machine work in it. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's tiny little grooves you can't really even see, but it just looks beautiful in person. But I didn't want it to be solid silver, so I had them put the black AV switch on there. I replaced the retention screw with this little thumb screw, and then I put a little bit of electrical tape here at this choke point, so it kind of breaks it all up a little bit, makes it look really unique and kind of my own. The other thing that I wanted to do, so the V3s, V4s, and V5s all just have a pommel with a hole in the bottom. And I didn't like that because you could see the speaker right through that hole. What I've done, however, is I took a bit of air conditioning foam and just kind of shoved it in there with plenty of room so that the speaker has plenty of room. And then I just put this little silver bit, I think this was from a model car, and I just kind of hot glued that on there. And even with all that, you heard how loud it was at the beginning of the video. Which is fantastic. But that also kind of gives it its own look. Kind of goes with the rest of the hilt. And of course, I'm a fan of day blades, so I have this in a purple day blade because the color is violet amethyst. And I just love the contrast of the gold with the purple. But, of course, with this being violet amethyst, I also wanted to show you what it looks like. And you've seen I have an earlier video where you take blue color disc or red color disc, and you can actually make blue and red. So, as you can see now, blue. And then if I swap for an orange color disc, you can already see on my face that red. So I have a nice versatility of the colors that I can use. On top of that though, I also, let me actually show you this before I put it in. I have a blade plug. Now I just took the regular blade plug, and what I've done is, let's see if I can get that to focus. There we go. So these are just pieces of green plastic I chunked up, glued together in kind of a crystalline shape, and then I drilled a hole in the aluminum cap here so that I could put a little plastic bit in there so that it looks like it's just suspended. I also have like some mechanics, like little fiddly bits there, because one of the things that you'll notice with the Sentinel V5s, and this would be for the Apprentice V5s as well, and of course the dark versions of them, they all have this same emitter. The blade plug is short in comparison, which is fine for me, because what I like is that you can have the mechanism in there. It's where the blade would come out of. But then inside, you've got this little crystal chamber. And I don't know if I'm going to get a good picture of what that looks like. But what I like about the violet amethyst is because it's got a blue diode, it reacts with this green, which is kind of a photon effect, and actually makes it glow all on its own. So we've got this nice little blade plug effect with the crystal chamber. So as you can see, that's my Sentinel V5 LE. And of course I have just the Obsidian light sound. So it has a standard setup for AAA batteries, but it has all the sounds that I'd want. So of course we've got the activation sound, motion, you've got the crash, and I have white flash on clash with this. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but if I had one complaint with this, it would be that with Violet Amethyst you only get one good color. I mean, with the Violet Amethyst you have 3 flash on clash colors. White, which is what I've chosen, Dark Violet Amethyst, and Bane's Heart. And since the Dark Violet Amethyst or Blue Violet Amethyst and the Bane's Heart are both purples, I didn't think they were going to show up very well. Well, the white doesn't show up very well at all, especially when I have it in this, the Dayblade. Now, it might show up a little bit better in the just the regular mid-grade blade, so let's take a look at that and see if we can see that any better. And actually, with the red, it has a really nice flash on clash. I'll show you that. So it's brighter, and yeah, so flash on clash definitely shows up with just the mid-grade blade, but the violet's not as rich as I'd like it to be. So that's why I went with the Dayblade. But with a red disc, and I showed you this a moment ago, what I really like about it is because the disc I'm using is actually orange, it comes off kind of a yellowy. The flash on clash has the same effect. Which I don't think you'll pick up on camera, but in person I quite like it. And one last thing I want to throw in with my review, not necessarily about the hilt, but I have this flat acrylic ripper blade. It's in the same style as the Darksaber, and I love how it fits into this hilt. I specifically got the tang on this to be 3 inches, although I cut it down to 2.75 inches. But I specifically did that because of these gorgeous windows. So as you can see, you know, even with this ripper blade in there, you can see that window effect. And that is my review of the Sentinel V5 LE, and I hope you all enjoy.